we have seen the ZANU-PF special advisor to Emerson Mnangagwa in the UAE, that is Temta Paul Tugwarara, making some donations similar to the donations that were made by Tagwire to the Harare province, leading to his co-option to the Central Committe. And I already signaled that there is a high possibility with the monies that Tugwarara was actually flooding the constituencies of ZANU-PF, as well as also flooding to the DCCs of ZANU-PF. They were also given monies, numerous monies, US dollars, vehicles, and I saw also Tugwarara actually sending a truck full of cement in Manicaland, saying he is constructing the Manicaland province. It appears as expected. He has actually managed to appease the leadership of Manicaland, and they have decided to actually unanimously, according to a ZANU-PF publication, they have unanimously endorsed him to be part of the Central Committe. This then will mean that Zuikanandas are actually advancing their capture of ZANU-PF. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So according to a ZANU-PF publication, it has actually said Temta Paul Tugwarara has been co-opted into the ZANU-PF Central Committe. I think we saw this coming. I hinted about it and thought maybe it was going to be discussed to the recent 3 meetings that were actually convened by ZANU-PF. It appears it wasn't discussed because firstly you begin by being co-opted, recommended by the provinces after being elected by the DCCs of ZANU-PF, and we know what influenced that. They were given cars, they were given cement to build their offices. They were given also what we call constituency funds. He went across all the members of parliament in Manicaland, giving them constituency funds. And it pointed to something that the man also equally wants to be like Gudawashe Tagwire, and also something that I have alluded in the past, that as much as Zukanandas are united towards Mnangagwa, but these people, they don't like each other. All the supporters of Emerson Mnangagwa, they are just bound together by Mnangagwa, but they hate each other with passion. It appears also Temta Paul Tugwarara is in competition with Gudawashe Tagwire. It is believed that he also wants he has presidential ambitions, though he has publicly actually said those narratives were wrong. He is not after any position in ZANU-PF. If he is not after any position, why then did he buy himself into the Central Committe? So it appears ZANU-PF is captured by tender capitalists in Zimbabwe, people who are receiving tenders. If you look at the millions that were poured by Paul Temta Tugwarara to the province of Manicaland, you would ask yourself, where do these individuals get this kind of money? In fact, Zukanandas have been pouring money ever since, for the past 2 years, campaigning for this 2030 term extension of Emerson Mnangagwa. Now, we know also that individuals such as Tugwarara, they are actually supporting the 2030 extension term for Mnangagwa for the purposes of actually averting possible arrest if Mnangagwa actually is removed as the president, of which I foresee that he is going to be definitely removed And I've said it, and I will keep on saying this. If Zwikanandas think that they have actually won this Beckley, they have gotten away with 2030 term extension of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, I think I must attest that they should think twice. Some thought they had everything in order, that is in 2017, but it ended up in tears. Their best mode of transport to safeguard their dear life became a motorbike. Who would have expected that an individual like Professor Jonathan Moyo will escape the country through a motorbike? It did happen. He was busy making noise on social media, the very same noise that we see being made on social media this time around by Barakash. You know, I feel sometimes pain for the Barakashis because they are just pushed by Zwikanandas to do what they are doing. But most of these guys, they don't have money. They rely on the money that they're given by Zwikanandas. And they are so reckless because in their mind, they accept everything that is said by the bedroom of Mnangagwa, that they have everything under control and they are going to win this impossible battle to actually win. As much as Mnangagwa has actually made maneuvers in terms of trying to consolidate power, within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, I must attest to you that is not guaranteed that he is safe, and that cannot be a coup-proof. Definitely, he is thinking that, he is telling himself that. But remember, we have stark realities that Mnangagwa has to address, that he has failed to address. The number of unemployed Zimbabweans, it is still as it was during the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe. People have no confidence in their country. They have no confidence in the currency. Of course, you know they are planning to introduce a monocurrency, but what will back that monocurrency in an economy like Zimbabwe, whereby there is no productivity? We are told there is productivity, but you can't. The whole country cannot rely on the farm of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, which obviously abuses taxpayers' money. That is not the money of Mnangagwa. He gets the money from the taxpayers. Whatever he sells there, most probably it is not taxed. It is benefiting them, and if they make losses, they go to the taxpayers and actually accumulate the money. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. My voice seems to be disappointing me again, but I'll be back in a short while. Do remember to subscribe so that next time when I beam live, you become the very